So I did want to bring up, you kind of mentioned it previously, which is, I think that the quality and the kind of location of the supply in your case, or, the teachers or practitioners, kind of leads to an interesting opportunity and some kind of economics. Could you kind of share to maybe how you kind of approach, the supply side of your marketplace, and maybe some of the things that you're doing to kind of help grow that?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think yoga came from India. Um, Having the authentic supply. I mean, a lot of our teachers are PhDs in yoga. These guys are like deep. Typically in the US, you would get a teacher with 200 hour training. We have thousands of hours of training with masters and undergrad. Most of the teachers at least have an undergrad, but they have masters and they have PhDs. They're like, been practicing for decades. Um, and so these guys are just deep in terms of understanding human body and like, how yoga can help in terms of mental health issues or any kind of like therapeutic issues, etc. Um, the supply side on our side, initially we connected with a lot of people, right? I mean, typically we this is the classic marketplace dilemma, right? How do you kind of uh, get the supply and demand kind of scaling in a consistent, in a lockstep fashion? So initially we went in, we actually committed, we guaranteed some payments to some teachers. We got them on board. We got some supply that we paid for with some guarantees. Um, but as soon as we started getting liquidity, we were able to take away those guarantees. People were because of the economics that you mentioned, Mike. It's very lucrative for teachers. And we're looking at taking care of building a really vibrant business where teachers just make um, our top teachers make like sometimes 7-8x of what they would make in full-time work um, in as a yoga teacher. So it becomes just really lucrative for them. Even like on average, our average teacher is actually making more money than you would in a full-time job. And they're only making that working 10 hours a week, 12 hours a week.
That's awesome.
So the supply side has been, with that, it's been pretty straightforward. Initially, we got the guarantees going, then we kind of, now it's all word of mouth. We actually get 2 or 3 teachers every day coming in, and they're incredible teachers. There are in all about 300,000 teachers in India. There is a huge supply. Government is actually investing a great deal in terms of training more and more teachers. There is Rishikesh, which is the headquarters of yoga in the world. So there is a huge amount of supply. It's been pretty straightforward to get it now with word of mouth. We haven't actually spent a dime in acquiring supply directly, right? We have not advertised. It's just been organic. We've been covered by some press, etc. It's been great to see. One of the other things that's actually really exciting that is happening is that some of the fresh graduates from some of these yoga universities like SVyasa and in India, these kids are just amazing in terms of connecting and delivering. They're just deep and they're really good with the cultural differences, etc. So it's been really good to see that and open that up as a potential source of new teachers.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible to see that you're able to make such a meaningful, difference in the lives, and also, generating revenue for the instructors, or teachers. So with that kind of mentioned, though, is partnering with maybe some of the universities or, helping with a kind of education component, is that something that, you see as kind of in the future of what you guys are building also as a marketplace, or?
Oh, totally. Yeah. We are actually working with a lot of universities. We probably at some point we will probably open up a yoga university ourselves. In terms of like just making sure that we can continue that authentic experience all the way to a physical experience in Goa or Rishikesh or one of those places where people can go there and actually experience it firsthand. But yeah, I mean, these universities have been great. We will definitely work with them. We are actually working with some, um, there's so many people who are very well renowned in the yoga communities. So we're looking at kind of partnering with more of those and making sure that that attracts the supply as well as the demand.